But let me ask you this. So in your experience, you've come across people that are fighting. You said there was yelling in these groups. How can conversation, when it's done well, serve as a healing function for people and their relationships?
Yeah, I mean, I think a large part of the way I'd answer that question is kind of just what I said, that healing for us, we found anyway, comes as we are seen and heard, and we were created in the image of God to know as we are known and to be known, and then that's fundamentally what's happening in conversation, and a lot of the pain that we bear is the pain of fragmentation of ways that we've been wounded, and others that we all have been wounded, and to be able to have others that are learning to walk with us in that pain is part of what's happening in conversation. And I think there's something wonderfully healing about that, and to know how to work together. Our bodies, kind of the central metaphor of this book, and kind of it's in the title, but maybe a little subtly there. But the central metaphor of this book is the human body, and we exist in our human bodies as kind of the Apostle Paul intuited, even in the first century. He was kind of pretty advanced in his understanding of how the human body worked, that our bodies work as a conversation of our parts, and 2,000 years of science later has only kind of driven that point home even further. But our bodies as a conversation are not just kind of sitting idly by and chatting. They're conversations in motion, that our bodies are always reacting to the forces that are exerted upon them, gravity, of course, and lots of other economic and social forces, relational forces that are exerted upon us. But the thing about our bodies are that, I mean, if we have pain in our body, the body kind of adjusts to accommodate that, and I think that's what happens when we do conversation well, that we learn to work together as a body. We learn to adjust to the pains and the wounds that our members have, and to find ways to not to kind of expel them from the body, but to work with them and find ways for them to work kind of in spite of the wounds that they bear, or the wounds that we bear, because it's all of us. We're all either wounded or immature. Immature in the sense that we don't know how to work together well.
Yeah.
That's kind of what a baby or a toddler. Their muscles and bones, all the parts of their body aren't well coordinated yet. So there's things that they can't do simply just because they're immature. So the goal of conversation is to lead us into health and maturity as the body of Christ, as a local manifestation of Christ's body in whatever sort of context we're in.